Barcelona's summer choices have suddenly become the story of survival versus ambition. On one side sits a club still stitching its finances back together. On the other, a striker whose name alone forces boardroom debates and late-night strategy calls. The talk is simple and savage. Atletico Madrid could demand as much as euros 200 million to part with Julian Alvarez, a figure that would make even the boldest sporting directors pause. And for Barcelona, that number converts a transfer target into a full-blown existential question. Robert Lewandowski, once the unquestioned finisher who carried Barca through countless tight nights, has shown clear signs that the engine is winding down. Injuries, missed chances, and the relentless calendar have combined to make this season feel like a last hurrah rather than a new peak, and the club must confront the prospect that its next no-9 will need to be not just a goal-scorer, but a long-term project. Alvarez's rise from youth promise to genuine European headline act explains why Atletico value him so highly. He brings movement, finishing, and an ability to create chances in tight spaces, attributes that turn mid-table defences into nervous units and that justify, in the eyes of his club, a premium price. But a euros 200 million bill forces Barcelona into a painful arithmetic: offload heavy wages and aging contracts to make room, or pursue a cheaper stopgap and bet on a later, less costly marquee signing. The answer is not merely about one player's signature on a dotted line. It is about the identity Hansi Flick, or whichever coach leads Barca beyond this season, wants to build, the patience the board can stomach, and what Joan Laporta's presidency is willing to gamble. There are practical roadmaps. Barcelona could chase a medium-term alternative, a younger, more affordable striker who plugs the immediate scoring gap while the club rebalances its books and repositions itself for a future move. They could accept the financial hit and bring in a generational talent now, reshuffling the squad and risking financial scrutiny, or they could double down on internal solutions and tactical shifts that do not require a headline signing, banking on youth development and system changes to carry the burden. Each route carries fans in its wake. Some will demand audacity, sign the best, no matter the price, arguing that football's elite are made through decisive, even risky moves. Others will plead for prudence, pointing to financial fair play, sustainable wage structures, and the long memory of clubs that burned bright, then imploded. Beyond the club's ledger, the impact ricochets through La Liga. When your biggest rival either secures or loses a player of Alvarez's profile, it alters how defences line up, how managers plan their seasons, and how the title race breathes. Imagine Atletico keeping their talisman and Barcelona forced into cleverer, more tactical solutions. The balance of power shifts subtly but meaningfully. Imagine instead Barcelona breaking the bank and setting a new market precedent, forcing other Spanish clubs to chase similar boldness or to accept a growing gap. For the neutral observer, that's the drama. Transfers are rarely about only one signature. They are momentum changers, narrative builders, and sometimes the difference between a missed season and a reclaimed dynasty. So what should fans watch now? Track the negotiations closely. Not just whether offers are made, but how Barcelona plans to fund them, which players are listed for sale, and whether the club publicly commits to a renewal of faith in its existing squad or signals the arrival of a new era. In the weeks ahead, small clues will accumulate: a public statement about financial targets, a tactical tweak from training reports, or sudden market activity, and those signs will tell a clearer story than any rumour. For now, the choice facing Barcelona reads like a line in a footballing thriller: lose Alvarez or break the bank. Either decision will leave a mark on the club's identity, the manager's credibility, and the shape of the Spanish top flight for seasons to come. And whatever happens, the summer that follows will be remembered not only for who wore the shirt, but for the kind of club Barcelona decided to be.